What's up, guys? We are at a new project. This is the Riverdale Library in Clayton County, designed by Scoggin, Elam, and Bray in the early to mid 90s. I believe it was built in 1996. I see a building plaque up there. We'll go check that out. But when I was in school at Georgia Tech, Scoggin, Elam, and Bray had completed the Buckhead Library, and it was really one of my first experiences, maybe outside of the High Museum, of visiting architecture, a building that was of the current thinking of the time. So these guys were really in the deconstructivist period, and it's just really cool being a designer of libraries to see how somebody was doing it 25 years ago. You can see here the library is 25 years old. It really needs some new paint. It's kind of amazing. I'm sure they have not done anything for 25 years. This building is unique because it's got this really weird exterior panel. I'm not exactly sure what this stuff is made out of, but that's one of the things we're going to look at, is replacing those. But it's made it 25 years, and they want to renovate the building. I always thought these light fixtures were super cool too. I remember seeing this in some of the architecture magazines. Scoggin, he went on to be the dean of Harvard. He's still around in Atlanta. I've got the old drawings, and it's neat too to see they drew all this by hand. I mean, like that detail right there, I didn't see it in the drawings. I don't know how some things used to work out. We would have had 300 drawings in the set. Look at the door right there. See how the door is actually hidden. There's no door frame to it. And then how he punctured the light fixture out the side of the elevation. Just really, really neat. It's got this sawtooth type exterior. You can see the windows here. And again, he's using this butt glazed window system. They've got down here, it looks like some wood window frames. You can see a little bit closer on these panels. It's just really pretty neat. We'll go on the inside. I'll show you. He exposed all of the metal studs. You can see a metal stud a little bit through the window right here. And at the time, that was deconstructivism, just trying to break a building into its different parts. So this is the main elevation here along the street. Even had this kind of wood infill right there. And then how you see the structure through the windows. This is a courtyard, and we'll take a look at it from the inside. But this is what they've asked us to take a look at. They want to expand the library and use the courtyard. I mean, see, look at what he's doing right here, this in and out. It's just really kind of amazing. He's got this exterior window that's actually looking into the courtyard, and then the window on the left is looking on the inside of the building. Just a really super neat detail right there. We might as well walk around the whole building. Again, he carried these panels out through here. And look, even this exterior exit door from the courtyard is built out of these same panels. I've talked to the library director here, and they really don't like their libraries. I kind of geek out on this thing, but I guess what's happened is they just haven't aged well. I really applaud the leadership, though. 25 years ago, these libraries were at the forefront. They received national recognition for their design, and Scoggin was really pushing what a library was at the time. I do feel their best work was probably the Buckhead Library. And I got to thinking about that driving down here. I'm not even sure the Buckhead Library still exists. There was some talk of tearing it down and putting up a development a number of years ago. I'm gonna have to look that up. It's been a long time, probably since I was in school, since I've been in that library. This one's sort of interesting because it kind of sits on the site the same way all libraries now sit on the site, kind of in the middle of a sea of parking. Here's that detail again, a window looking out onto the courtyard. And then they took the glass right in front of the interior window as well. So they got some sort of wood frame here. And then look how they did this corner frame. It's really interesting. The butt glazing actually has held up pretty well to be 25 years old. It's incredible. It's a very modern detail. It's interesting it was used 25 years ago. We don't use it just because it tends to leak. You saw this in a lot of the magazines too. This must be the entry to the back of house, like the staff room. They created this really cool alcove with this seat. You can see the door here just disappears, and then they've got this corner window. Just a lot of really neat stuff coming together in one location. Of course, I'm sure it's a place where homeless people sleep at night now. And then I could never get away with recessing the area. They do have an area drain there, but having water drain, just how this piece is cantilevered out too is really neat. Sort of surprised it hasn't broken off. But now we're back around front. You can see the canopy in the front here. Got this really neat wood door. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look at that. And then this element protruding out. I did print out a set of drawings, so it's always good to come and see something like this because all the drawings were hand drawn. So I think there were 35 drawings in the whole set. Just amazing that you're able to get that kind of detail. But again, that corner window, all the same stuff. We're doing some of this at the Norcross Library. It's just that glass corner, and this right here is a little bit lower than eye height. And then look at this neat thing that they designed. So this was just a really neat kind of cutout art piece. Just etched stainless steel. So you can see the Board of Commissioners, chair people, directors. Scoggin, Elam, Bray, Van Winkle built that. Of course, an old payphone. It's neat. This structure, they don't like it. It needs some paint freshening up, but just really cool to see. I walked back around to catch some photos with my 35mm, but this is the side facing the main road. Receives the morning sun. It's actually a little hot out here. Just doing some really neat stuff with the corners. I guess those are the kind of things that we're into, is thinking about how something turns a corner. That was really impressed upon me in school. Scoggin, Elam, and Bray did a lot of libraries to get started, so I feel like I've got a lot in common with these guys in terms of starting a architectural firm and trying to practice critically. Look at this. This is some sort of element. I didn't see this walking by. Just how all these pieces kind of come in here. I'll have to look up. I imagine they had some landscaping. Here's these same ribbon windows, and then this piece comes in front of these windows as well. But you can see they're having problems with water there. Little circular drop off. I'm not sure what this round room is here. We'll have to figure that out. So we just stepped on the inside of the lobby. I remember these wood walls pretty well. It must be some sort of conference room on the circular element here. Got your standard drinking fountains and restrooms. You can see the ceiling through here, sort of what the building's known for. Really kind of cool details with the stainless steel. They just this edging here is really pretty neat. Got some custom pieces going in there. We just had our meeting on the inside. So the idea is out here, they want to infill the courtyard and put a community room, a maker space, and a learning type lab, or an innovation lab is what they call it. It really sort of some neat concepts of having some simulators and different types of equipment where people can learn a trade. But the courtyard here looks like it appears to be north facing, but all of these exterior walls would come out. And then they're having some challenges with, it's some type of hardy board. Again, it's kind of held up fairly well to be 25 years old, but it's failed now and needs to come out and be replaced. But I guess the building's just old to them. I sort of geek out on the details. It's just amazing to look and see how these guys detailed this. I mean, even here, look how the inside and outside mullions aren't aligned. So here you have a mullion on the outside, then you got one on the inside, and it's just face glazed, and so it backs up, so there's this confusion of inside and outside. Just a really nice attention to detailing. You just don't see that in most buildings, how these guys are kind of taking a Fury. It's hard to see, but the exposed studs are over on the far end in the window wall. And again, they don't align with what's behind them. Just love that. I don't know if these guys, I would just, if it's a thought process with architects, and that's just the way I think. But it's neat to see somebody else thinking that way. But yeah, guys, that's it. This is the Riverdale Library. Hopefully we're going to do some sketches here to get together some funding from the state, and hopefully this will become a project at some point in the future. But as always, if you guys could hit the like button, subscribe if you have not. But that is it for this video. We will see you guys next time. Take care.